Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Houston Texans. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Jackson on the return.
And the Kansas City Chiefs.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Christian McCaffrey.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game. This one goes for 20.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Complete, the tight end Kelce.
Brady's pass.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the Texans' 11-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play. Approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, play and knocked it free. What I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They are led out by an 8-time Pro Bowler in his 16th season out of Cal. It's Aaron Rodgers.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the 1st round. And then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Here now, the first NFL carry for the LSU man. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans have taken the lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 20.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
At the 29-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Number 22.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And Kerrigan in on the stop. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. For the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year in the divisional round, where the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field, as those Chiefs rallied back to win one of 3 times in those playoffs where they trailed by double digits and came back to get the victory. Oh, and Sanders pushed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Helaire, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Devontae.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Working from the gun, Rodgers throwing the out route and complete. It's Parker. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the Texans first down.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And now the throw hauled in by Green.
Rodgers
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
Aaron Rodgers, 37 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jackson now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
On 1st down, Brady. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. He'll call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked them down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
And the 43-yard line.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, it's Brady. And this one is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Shotgun now for Brady. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Brady again. And that'll be incomplete. Brady took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Golden Tate. Incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And Tate's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Operating from the gun. Brady being chased out left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Score Texans 14, Chiefs 3.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelsey had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down right around the 25. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
1st and goal.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Edwards-Helaire. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit for the field goal.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting into shreds.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Brady. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelsey fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position, and I don't know if anyone has any more fun playing the game than Travis Kelsey.
Brady now on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And it's caught by Parker. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Texans first down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Texans have broken the tie.
His kick is...
And he'll bang that one through. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Brady. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. They've got his man complete. A big play on 3rd down for the Chiefs. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he slings one that's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Trey Boston.
To throw again, Brady. And he fires one incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Clyde Edwards.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
First down, Houston.
Now Edwards-Helaire. He's got daylight, 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Will Dissly there to make the grab. And the Texans will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
17.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Rodgers with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Coach handling it, the offensive coordinator. Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, Gordon. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
By the Texans.
Opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way. But you're right. He got out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Short throw to Disley. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And able to find Green. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's...
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Houston set to take over. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up
shotgun now for Rodgers.
The 39-yard line.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
William Golstead.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Texans push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Sean Jackson on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Brady to throw again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Brady's throw there complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33. It was just ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Rodgers going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do.
Brady sacked. A
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, 53 yards.
Golden Tate is really effective when he runs slant routes, and it's a little different from what I normally see with guys. Typically, that slant route is those big body guys, isn't it, partner? You see those guys run inside, and it's hard for people to get through them. I think Golden Tate wins on his slant routes with sheer speed and audacity.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. That throw by Brady incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now a play fake. Brady. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Man, they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to.
By McCaffrey for a Kansas City touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. Lead back now to 21. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will be a Texans first down as good running gets him to about the 44. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Adrian Amos on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. Touchdown, Houston.
Complete to
Devontae Parker, 43 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
And time to spotlight Golden Tate. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good...
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing again. Brady. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Two big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to bowl his opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
Is good.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the 4th quarter still to come. We're in the 3rd. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
We're back now in KC. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Parker. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL, it's